everyone, it's Julie and Paris, and we are actually going to be doing just a little spotlight on Woodstock Coffee Company here in Woodstock, Georgia. So I met Paris a couple of years ago, I guess, maybe probably 3 years ago I met Paris. And I remember meeting him and he was telling me about this little coffee business that he had going. And I was so excited. He actually brought me a little sample of the coffee and it was fabulous. Matt and I made it at home. So Paris has just opened a shop, a coffee company, I guess let's call it, a cafe. And it's in downtown Woodstock. And this place is adorable. This is actually my first time here, and I'm embarrassed to say that, by the way.
It's okay.
But it is my first time here. I do see Paris at the Woodstock Farmers Market on Saturdays. He's always there with coffee, and you usually sell out of all your yummies. I know that. Yeah. So anyway, so Paris, I just kind of want you to tell us about your background, your business, how you got here, and how you got interested in, I guess, in coffee. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you don't have 4 days, I'll condense it down and make a short version.
Okay.
No, I'm from Seattle, Washington, so coffee, that just kind of starts off the conversation with coffee is part of who I am, what I was groomed to drink, and my lifestyle consumes a lot of coffee. So, and what got me into it was just, you know, my mom was a heavy coffee drinker. So as a young man, I was constantly drinking coffee as part of the culture in our household as we were just raised. And so, you know, being an entrepreneur, running fitness stuff, and doing those avenues of life made me really kind of say, what am I going to do? That's my passion and do for a living, hopefully one day. And so I had, you know, decided that I wanted to do coffee roasting. So I jumped into it just kind of in the garage and started kind of playing around and roasting coffee and kind of built that following. And then the farmers market kind of helped out with that, propelling that. Each weekend people were trying our product and growing, and then we stayed in our garage until finally we were just like, you know what, let's go ahead and go and put every foot forward and open the shop that you see now.
So is this your first shop, or did you have another location to begin with?
So this is the first actual physical cafe. And, you know, and the challenging parts of what we do are that we are like a wholesale roasting company that roasts wholesale, but then we also have a cafe.
Right.
And then we also deliver. So those three aspects get kind of tricky. So originally we just started off roasting coffee as like a wholesale thing, so we could stay in our garage and not have to be in front of a lot of the customers and the public.
Right.
But as we grew, people were like, we want to come see you, and see the process. So we actually are you know, we roast in-house every day, 7 days a week. We roast coffee, and that's kind of true to origin of like who we are, what we do. You get to see it right on place. There's no coffee that's sitting on the shelf for longer than a day, usually, typically, because it's just been awesome support that the community's given us.
Awesome. So from here, do you think you want to open maybe another one, like downtown Woodstock, or what are you thinking? What do you want to see? Do you want a franchise? What's your big dream?
Well,
and your big why?
You know, that's tough because it crosses sections. So, and I'm okay with that. But if people don't know, I'm someone who's been a formerly incarcerated person of color. So part of my passion is helping other, you know, people that have had, you know, rougher passive life, pushing through and starting businesses. So I think one of the passions that things I'm really passionate about is helping young people open up businesses and become entrepreneurs because of the path that I had, and especially you know, challenges that I had, you know, from myself in my life, and just also other things along the road. I realized that there wasn't a lot of people that told me, hey, you can do anything you want to, just do it, just push. And after going through it, I was like, you know, if I could just help, you know, anybody, especially people that have been formerly had passed incarcerated, do that. So that's one thing that I'm going to be taking time to do. But that also does coincide with the growth of our company and opening more cafes. So I think I don't know if I think Woodstock has a lot of great coffee shops, a lot of great roasters and stuff. I think, you know, the challenge is going to be like where to put something else, right? Because we roast, and that's always the fun thing is like maybe we can roast here and open up some cafes there.
Right.
So we've had a lot of talks, but I know one thing, it'll definitely be more than one spot because I'm itching to kind of do this process.
Of course you are. Yeah, bigger and better, right?
I think one of the biggest joys I get out of it, as you know me from the health and fitness industry, I think leadership has always been something that I've been passionate about.
Yeah.
And, you know, for 14 years, 16 years, however long it was, I can't remember doing it for someone else, getting to do it with your own company, with your staff of great people, and to take care of those people and then to see what it means to them is a joy that I knew it would be there, but I didn't understand how much I would, be thrilled to do it again,
Right.
and to help other people because
Right.
it's just, I like it.
So this is a crazy story. My sister was also incarcerated
Beautiful.
for 4 years, and her first job was owning a coffee company in Cleveland, Georgia, which is
What?
so crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
She did, yeah. So she had a husband that helped her to purchase the coffee company.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was her first job. And yeah, it was fabulous and it was really fun. I used to go there every single day and work.
Well,
And that's how I met clients, was sitting at the coffee company.
Is it still there?
No, she
It's
sold
closed.
it.
So-
yeah, she
yeah.
sold it. She's working with her husband now. He's a dentist in Cleveland, Georgia. But yeah, crazy that I didn't know that you were incarcerated. And that's
Yeah.
funny because Georgia Innocence Project is actually
Yeah.
something that I
Okay.
donate to. And
Wow.
oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's crazy.
That's
these ties. We
it's
keep
the-
having like all these,
It's it definitely is something that was a challenge for me to kind of bring up to people because obviously we know that's not like something that most people are at the forefront of their talking, right?
right,
So
right.
notice I'm very like upfront with it. I don't mind because
Yeah.
it's what built me, and I think that the world needs to get more second chances.
Yes.
I know that for myself, I had a lot of, again, like it was just that moment that like so many people thought that I should settle for being what they thought I could be, right?
Yeah.
So I think as you've seen me, like, and I've had teams of people, I think one of the biggest joys I get is like breaking those barriers, and I think mentorship, as you probably know in real estate, like,
Oh yeah, I love
it's like-
mentoring.
it's like there is like it is the breaking point between success or not for a lot of people because like where you are watered at, you grow.
Yep.
And in
Yep.
health and fitness, I had an awesome mentor that helped me have the career I had,
Right.
and he's why I was even here in Georgia doing the Gold Gym thing.
Yep.
And I just remember always thinking, like, what if I had that in like other areas of my life? Like it happened to be fitness, and I was successful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I realized that. So that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. So it's like if you love something, it's so much easier to do. So like you love coffee, so why not open a coffee shop?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I loved houses, so
Yeah.
why not sell them?
right,
It
and
just makes it feel like not like a job.
what makes the
Yeah.
tough times like at a certain point, like I think people want small business to be like what they think in this dream part. But a lot of it is, I tell people, it's hard work and it sucks, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of it.
Yeah.
And we live for the 5% where we shine, because we don't
Yeah.
always get to see the big money side. Because if you're like yourself, where you are selling a bunch of different things going on and have a lot of things going on, or you're like me who has a staff, we typically aren't necessarily like the ones that are like trying to get all the money for us. We're taking care of
Right.
people, taking care of things, buying more houses. So we get
Yep.
the successes from like the people. I
From
think.
other people.
Other people. Like
That's
when you
right.
sell someone a house, you're probably like,
Yeah.
I just tell this person who would never think they can get a home.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like to do, but with people though. So,
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love it. Anything else you want to talk about? Do you have any like fall specials or anything happening?
Well, those of you guys that know us know that our forefront is coffee roasting. So the cool thing is that we're out doing this new seasonal menu with the pumpkin spice lattes and cold brews and salted caramel.
The
Cold
salted
foams.
caramel stuff is what I want to try before I leave here. Yeah.
It's amazing. And
Okay.
I would just say that, I do not mix a lot of stuff with my coffee.
I
I'm
know.
kind of a
Yeah.
black coffee drinker. So I depend on not only my wonderful baristas, but everyone around me to tell me the great stuff.
hmm
And I'm a great judge of it. I just think that I kind of tend to shoot for trying it straight,
Right.
and then I add it in.
Yep.
But those cold foams are like a huge.
It's your big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I get
Yeah.
why. I get why. So please, yeah. So I'm just, I guess the only thing I would say is, like, thank you for coming out. You've been a supporter, even in the gym, out of the gym, just somebody who's recognized passion and not to kind of put you on the blast, but again, my kudos to you. We mentioned it off camera, was you introduced me one of my first interns, and
Yeah.
one of my first interns that was really cool to me because as someone who's an entrepreneur, we always have all over the board. My brain's all over the board, so
Yep.
structure and all those things get kind of lost in my world. But having the chance to work with someone you introduced me to, Zara, as an intern,
Yep.
she was such a great part of our company. She really kind of showed me kind of some opportunities that we were kind of like learning about interns. We're like, everyone wanted to be an intern for us. but
Exactly.
I didn't really go forward until you were like, hey, I have somebody, 'cause I trusted you, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
knew that there with you, that'd be a good
Yeah.
thing. And it was, and I think you shed light in her life and helped her be a awesome person that she is now. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she appreciates it, and I appreciate it. So thank
Aw,
you.
Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you. All right, so we're gonna wrap up. If you guys want your community business spotlight, then definitely give me a call, and I would love to stop in.